Another day, another thought. Welcome all to another edition of the Double Thought Show. Hope you guys are doing well. Hey guys, you guys know I'm RJ here together with my co-host KR. KR, what's up, man?
I'm doing okay, man, but nothing is as it seems.
Nothing is as it seems.
Never know. The Instagram isn't always showing you the real picture.
All right.
Hey.
More on that later. Hey guys, thanks for everyone that's checking out this show. If this is your first time watching our show, welcome to the Double Thought Show. Remember to engage with us, comment on our videos, like and share the videos with your friends, your family, and your enemies. But most importantly, especially for those of you who've watched many of our videos, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. This really helps us grow the channel, and growing the channel will also result in improvement of the show quality, improvement of production, and by commenting you can also influence the direction of in which this show will grow in. So if you haven't done so already, subscribe. We want to get at least 20 new subs this week. Last week was a pretty good week. Let's keep it going, guys. And before I hand the or at least I give the floor over to KR. The usual disclaimer: we're only here to provide entertainment. Like like I don't know. This is my Trump impression. Entertainment purposes only. I I didn't train this. Okay, our next time I'll check it with you first. So, just here to provide entertainment. We're not your gurus. We just discuss topics and give our comments, of course, with a little bit of humor. Some people cannot understand humor apparently, but hey, this channel isn't for them. But just remember that in this show we are discussing the topics. We are not advisors. We're not giving advice on any topic or anything. This show will be more of a legal show, so that means we talk about more legal cases. But if you want the full disclaimer, check it out. Check it down in the description below. We have a very interesting show for you today, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Back to you, KR.
Yes, RJ.
Look at my African American over here. Look at him. Are you the greatest? You know what I'm talking about? Okay.
Yes, you guys know what I'm talking about. In today's show, it's going to be, as RJ already said, it's going to be a legal show. And as we always say at legal shows,
When there's no cops around, anything's legal.
well, it seems like in this case, as our headliner, we have today the Shiver family or Shiver.
It does make you shiver.
It make you shiver, right? It's been looking really crazy out here. People putting hits in the Bahamas, trying to delete the estranged husband. That's going to be our leading our headliner today. Of course, we're gonna of course talk more about ongoing topics. Last week we chimed real short about Tate. Actually, we talked about the business aspect of his leaks, and people were up in arms. Obviously, they don't look at videos, but we're gonna dive in a bit deeper into that. Also, we are going to talk about MrBeast's lawsuit because, as we always said, as I said in the beginning of the show, nothing is as it seems. Sometimes people might be scrambling. Anyway, and of course, oh wow, almost forgot about this topic. We're gonna take a look real short about how the case of Mr. Majors is going. Real short. So, guys, as we always say at the Double Thought Show,
Bora! Hora do show! Bora!
yes, it's showtime. Oh, by the way, I forgot to ask you, RJ, do you have anything to add before we start?
No, not really. We can.
It's too late already. Oh, man. Totally forgot. Anyway, guys, we are going to start with last week. Last week, we basically discussed the Tate topic. It's been a really interesting video because it's had a lot of hits. Well, doing okay. But also, the latest on Tate. He's been released of house arrest. He has been released of house arrest. So, one thing we discussed last week has had nothing to do with anything legal, but today we move it to the legal side because today we're talking about the legal aspect. Last week we talked about the business aspect. Will it hurt his image, the leaks? Some people cannot read, some people cannot write, others can read and they can write, but they are blind. Uh, a lot we have people also commenting he's been freed.
He's been freed.
Been freed, and he was talking greasy about good luck growing your channel. You dummy! I know you removed your. I saw it. You removed your comment because he wasn't freed.
Yeah.
You you want to say something?
No,
Before-
no, it's no, it's.
Dude,
He's,
you see people, it's crazy,
he
right?
posted it and then deleted it. I think within 5 minutes. Time. Now,
Within
KR.
2 minutes.
So
Within
KR.
2 minutes, because I was there within 2 minutes.
So KR, my question is this: wouldn't it have been smarter for him to use that 2 minutes before he decided to comment? Because if he had checked first, then he wouldn't have sent the message.
Probably he could read, he could write, but his comprehension is like an idiot.
Yeah, probably.
It's amazing. He posted. I don't know his name. I'm not gonna blow. I'm not petty like that. He knows who he is. He'll be back. I know he'll be back
Yeah.
because we are gonna put Tate in the thumbnail, so we know. So he's back. So he knows. I will give him a chance to respond again.
Yeah,
You know who you are. Anyway, so he posted talking greasy. Guys, last week's show, we talked about the business aspect of what the leaks will mean for his business. We didn't say he was guilty. He wasn't.
We didn't say anything about guilty.
Yeah.
We didn't say anything about him being guilty or being innocent. Specifically, we made the distinction between immorality and illegality, and that's the only thing we did. Now, people, without even having, because KR, I understand some people can't read, because, but if you can watch YouTube, you shouldn't have an account, man. If you can't watch a video and understand, then why do you have a YouTube account in the first place?
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean I don't think we said something crazy in that video. We said a couple of things that might be obvious to people who are not. Do I have to say it?
Just say it.
Reprogrammed and our followers.
Yeah.
I mean, don't let me go there, guys. Don't let me go there.
Next show.
I will blow.
Patreon.
That's not the way to say it. Well, we have 10 minutes. I'm gonna blow the lid off of your heads, man. Don't let me start greasing you guys. Pause.
Let's just proceed.
I'm gonna stop right here. By the way, my audio is doing crazy stuff again.
Oh, you sound good to me.
Yeah, now I can hear you again. But yeah, it's anyway. So he's been released off of house arrest. And to be honest, if you look at the case itself, and now we're talking about the case. So now you guys listen. The case itself seems quite thin. It's going to be hard to I don't know. It's going to be hard to prove, right?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be. It's a difficult. It's not impossible, but what they're claiming, I mean, these should be it should be without reasonable doubt, right?
Yeah.
And so he does have text saying how he manipulated the women. But as I said in the previous show, I also said it in the Monday show, manipulation and convincing are it's a thin line. And
Marketing, guys. Some call it marketing, others call manipulation.
others call it reprogramming. The the but it's a very thin line. That's the whole point. It's a very thin line. And just like, and I use the example, and this is, I believe this is the perfect example just to show that not everything that is immoral is necessarily illegal. I use the example of a woman that purposefully tries to get a married man to, that will manipulate a man, talk lies about the woman, put ideas in his head, and gradually breaking the family of the man, letting the man come to her instead of staying with his wife and children. It's many, I mean, manipulation happens in all way, shape, or form. I know specific instances where this happened, but that, although that manipulation tactic is immoral, it's not illegal. And in the case of Andrew Tate, we do not know the case. We don't know anything. Let's say, aside from what we can all read. Well, not everyone can read. Aside from what we have read, but that's the question. So the question is, the question that the judge would need to answer is whether the immoral acts of Tate are also illegal. Because if they are illegal, then you can punish it. That's what we talked about. But as usual, people just
Hey RJ, you know what I'm going to tell the thumbnail creator, right?
what?
Run it back. We're gonna run it back, and let's see if they are. Well, we said in this show, it's clear that it's a thin case. It's gonna
Yeah.
be hard to. Let's see if they're gonna say, because the thumbnail is gonna say something, because the headliner seems to be guilty.
Yeah.
So the thumbnail will say something about being guilty with the face of. Oh man, the YouTube
Behind
game,
bars.
man. We're starting to we're starting to catch up on this YouTube game, man.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
great.
that's the only thing, right? Yeah, it's a great, it's a great thing. And then after this we can proceed, KR. But it's great, but occasionally, I mean, we get some very interesting comments,
Yeah,
good engagements, good insights. Sometimes people say things that we didn't think of. So you learn something new every day. But of course, there's always that one or two uh, nobodies that come and start talking. I mean, they start arguments, saying things that against things that we've never said. So it baffles me how people are sometimes.
well, talking about YouTube, because let's stay on the YouTube tip. Pause. Mr. Beast,
Who's on YouTube's tip?
Mr. Beast it's definitely on that tip. Mr. Beast has been the
Legendary.
biggest name in YouTube, and he is suing the company behind this Mr. Beast Burger and demand this to be shut down after customers blasted their meals as revolting, disgusting, and inevitable.
Mr. Beast, the
Mr.
legend, the YouTube legend. Yeah,
YouTube legend, one of the biggest names out there.
yeah.
He's basically accusing virtual VDC, virtual dining concept, of harming his reputation by selling undercooked burgers. Well, some call them undercooked burgers, others call them rarely done. and cold fries with his name on it. He claims that the reputation was damaged because they are uh, focusing on expanding rather than giving, uh, putting their focus on the quality. It's crazy. But RJ, do you have something to say about this situation right here before I continue? Because virtual dining concepts clap back.
Just the story. So the headline of Mr. Beast suing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's his name. I don't know what deal they have. So they probably have a. I mean, yeah, they should have a contract, and
No,
I'm
they
not.
definitely have one because it's
Yeah, so it's not clear to me what the content is of the contract, but everything stands and falls on the contracts. What did parties agree to? Of course, Mr. Beast is saying, "Hey, it's my name you're using to sell burgers, and it's my name." I mean, it's because it's Mr. Beast, because there's Mr. Beast in the name. People will go there instead of KR's burger place, for example. But if
yeah.
Mr. Beast Burger is what did they call it? Disgusting, inedible, whatever, uncooked. Then hey, it Mr. Beast is like, hey, I'm trying to help us both by putting my name there, but you're hurting me and my brand, and this can potentially have a negative effect on my empire.
Yeah, and definitely at KR Burger we don't serve raw meat.
Let's continue.
Because apparently that's what people are claiming at Mr. Beast Burger. They are putting raw meat in people's mouth. This is a picture from one of the people who claimed that Mr. Beast Burger was serving them raw meat, undercooked. And dining concepts, virtual dining concepts, clapped back and said Mr. Beast is a no good bully who's elevated greed over his word and the truth, and they'll see him in court. They are claiming that Mr. Beast tried to renegotiate recently
Mm.
a new deal because there was a deal in place, but they claimed that he wanted a bigger piece of the pie. And they are playing the cards that has been played lately with regards to Mr. Beast. Greed. Did you know there was RJ? Did you know there was this Mr. Beast video about him helping blind people, right?
There are a lot of videos of Mr. Beast
Okay.
helping people.
The
I'm
last-
not sure I've watched that one.
Check that one out, guys. Did you know? So he helped, I think, 1,000 people. There was a considerable amount of people helping them get sight, because he has.
Seriously?
Yes, he helped a number of people by paying for their surgery or whatever they paid for. Did you know that they claimed he is using blind people for greed, for more views? They were trying to cancel him because he helped people get sight. This is where we are right now. So they played the same card. They said it's greed in
If
this.
he, damned if he did, damned if he didn't. Like,
Yeah.
if he hadn't done it, all these billionaires are
They don't help.
They don't help. They're selfish. And now he's giving back. Yes, but he's using them for clout and money. Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, and basically what they are claiming, the VDC, they refused to to give him a bigger piece of the pie. And they claim that Mr. Beast and Mr. Beast, feel free to call in the next show to clarify if what we are saying is incorrect. Would be great for us to have an interview with him to see his part of the story,
definitely.
right?
Definitely.
So they are saying basically that they
Take it till you make it.
well, we'll have someone AI voice. Oh my god, we're gonna get sued. Anyway, what else? What else? Well, they are saying that basically they will fight this till the end because they have an agreement and it's still ongoing. Mr. Beast, on the other hand, says he's requesting to the judge to close down all Mr. Beast burgers. And not only did he say that, he's also said a couple of weeks before, last month, he said, we are moving on from, in a tweet, he said, we are moving on from Mr. Beast burgers and we are trying to focus on a new snack range called Feastables. Is that the
real reason?
The real reason? New snacks. Among those snacks, a new burger, a bigger pie. Who knows? RJ.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, it's speculation at this point, but I think two things can be right simultaneously. So maybe the food at MrBeast Burger is ishy, and he's looking for something else, and now he found something else that might be better quality wise and maybe a better deal as well. So I think two things can be right at once.
I do agree with you on that. I mean, at the end of the day, we'll see how this goes. Will they settle? Pay off the contract? Will it be
Tell them to bring me my money.
Will it be the end of MrBeast Burger? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. We'll keep you guys up to date. Let us know in the comments what you think about this topic and whether you have ever had some of that MrBeast raw meat in your mouth.
This I didn't, guys. This I didn't see coming. Pause. What is important.
I'm the one who's bad now, right? And
But-
then you follow it up with that.
Well, this is what I say. This is what I want to say. I mean, it's great that the restaurant is saying that they're not going to back down, but they don't have MrBeast money. And if MrBeast wants to litigate this out, he will, and he has the capacity. So,
Well, technically,
and if
probably they don't have MrBeast money, but they have built a quite big venture. They have about over 1,000 restaurants. Of course, these are virtual restaurants, guys. So it's only a kitchen, but I guess they have some backing somehow, because otherwise you cannot find yourself in that position in the first place. But I do agree with you. Let's see how it ends. If it ever ends. Anything else to add, RJ? Or can
Nope.
we continue?
we can proceed.
Oh, let's see. Let's see. We are going to the next topic. Oh my, topic we've discussed before. Jonathan Majors, the Creed actor, was accused of wrongdoing towards his ex, Grace Jabari. We talked about this as well in a previous show. That was a quite interesting topic by itself. It was a show where we talked about, let me see if I can find it real quick. It was the show number 69. So you can see here, it's in the live tab. Show number 69. We talked about this quite extensively during that show. It's a full show focused on only one topic. And that was his case and everything around it, surrounding it. It seems like a couple of things have changed. And right now, the trial has been delayed and moved to September the 6th. Majors showed up to the court wearing a double-breasted suit and clutching a Bible. Just to let them know that he is there to speak the truth and that someone else is lying. Who is lying? We don't know. That's what the suit is for. Lawsuit or the trial. RJ, anything you want to add relating to this development?
No. Nothing else to add to the development. No. This is something that is we would need to just keep an eye out on what will happen. I think that the what we see a lot of times, and it's like we don't learn, is a story breaks out and then people start following the story, and that becomes in their head a fact, while the actual facts of the case, not the alternative facts or the my truth or your truths, but the actual facts, take time sometimes to crystallize. And some people are still, the confirmation bias is real. That's what you always see in these types of cases. So people will hold on to what they want to hold on to, and doesn't matter anything else, doesn't matter what happens, even no matter what, let's say, no matter if the truth does come out, people will always say no, but, and then fill in blank. So this is just something that we would just need to wait and see what will happen. There's not much I can say more on this topic.
They have released, however, a couple of pictures of Miss Jabari at the club. Well, that's allegedly after the boxing match, where she took an L, according to her, or according to whoever is representing her, which I think is the Department of DOJ, probably. But yeah, it's let's see how it develops, because with the latest videos or the pictures that have been released, it seemed like she has been partying up after getting beat up, and I never heard about that one. But let's see how it ends, guys. Let's see, where is that? before we continue with the show, as we head towards the headliner of today, which is also about a battle, just like Major Story, but even worse. We want to ask you, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button down below. It really helps us get our video out there to more people as we're trying to spread the word.
Yes, yes, the gospel.
Yes, yes, the gospel. We're trying to reach more people, and you can be part of that. You can help us reach the next level. Remember to follow us on all socials, Instagram and Facebook at The Double Thought Show. If you're a first time watcher of our videos, feel free to hit on the subscribe button. Also, if you're a returning watcher, thank you for returning yet again. You like the content, so please as well hit that subscribe button. It really helps us reach our goal, as we are seeing that 95% of the people who are watching and also who are returning haven't subscribed yet. If you're interested in the topics we discuss, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, so you're always up to date when we post new content. We are trying to reach a goal, RJ.
Yes, we want to reach 20 new subs this week. We're breaking the goals out, breaking the goals down per week. 20 subscribers per week. We have had a very good week last week. A lot of you guys have subscribed, but we're still seeing too many people not subscribing, but are rewatching. So if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. 20 new subs. If everyone that subscribes, that watches and rewatches, subscribes, that's just for you guys, one click of a button, but for us, it would mean a lot. By growing the channel, we can also improve the quality of the shows and, of course, bring you more content, because we'll be able to make our team bigger. So if you haven't also already, subscribe to the channel.
Yes, yes, yes. And of course, don't forget to share our videos with your friends, families. The cook, the lawyer, or any Tate fan. As you can distract as well your enemies with our videos while you're trying to get ahead in life. Let's continue with the main topic, guys. You might have heard of this case. It's a wild one. RJ, did you hear about this case before this show, or?
Yeah, well, only when we were looking at the topics, the possible topics for this show, I haven't read. I just saw I just read the headlines. I didn't really go in depth, because I like to hear the stories from I like to give like a real reaction to the story. But this is a very wild story, something only you can find on
Oh
the
man,
internet.
And find it we did, yes. Inside the Lindsay Shiver of Shiver, I think it's Shiver, picture perfect Instagram world. The mother of two was locked in a bitter custody battle with ex-college football star husband when she's conspired with her Bahamian lover to move him off the chessboard. I don't need him anymore. The king is gone. It's only the queen is here. I'm independent. Anyway, RJ, that's
Yeah,
the main story.
yeah,
That's the main story.
yeah. And you put it nicely. take
What?
off the chessboard.
Oh, they were
Usually,
trying to do him dirty, though.
well, usually it's the king that needs to stay on the board, right, for you to win. Well, apparently she was playing like some kind of 3D chess because she found another king and demoted his previous king to a pawn.
You found a peasant, a pawn, actually. If you remove the king, the riches will stay. So
Yeah,
the king is actually the real king, is the riches.
yeah, that's true.
Mm, mm. That's the king in divorces. She don't care about you. For all she's considered, you might rot in the gutter if you're lucky. Guys, we are talking about this is the family. It seems so happy. They took these pictures off of Instagram. The guy is a CEO, son of another CEO. So the CEO, he's been a CEO. So this is the family.
So
Thank God
this is the family, right?
this is the family. This is the let's call it the brain, according to the Bahamian police. This is the house. House is worth 2.5. This is her again. This is the family. And she has a thing with hats or caps with interesting captions on them. As you can see here, it says bad influence. And also another one on another time, she had another cap saying misbehaving. So you're gonna ask yourself, what is the backstory on this? And they have talked about this, RJ. They have written about this. They were in a nasty custody battle. A very nasty one. According to the Yahoo News article, Robert filed for divorce earlier this year. They have been almost 13 years together. More than 13 years, actually. Because they had their 10-year wedding anniversary in 2020. According to Robert, the reason why he filed for divorce in April was on grounds of adulterous conduct. As usually in these cases, she responded with the accusation of physical and mental cruel treatment, including DV. Now, you guys know what DV is. Domestic. As they were fighting as well for their home and their children. Robert said that in his case, he wanted primary physical custody of their children. And also, he wanted to have the sole use of their 2.5 million home. Not only that, he also argued to send her back to the streets. Literally. He argued that she wasn't entitled to alimony. So no home, no dollar, just go back to the streets, broke, busted, and disgusted. Lindsay graduated with a marketing degree off of Auburn University, as he did from Auburn, but not with the same. He well, that he was actually a football player, RJ. He played for the Falcons one season. He was a
Well, yeah, I guess he qualifies as a football player.
yeah. He was a
Tight end?
not he wasn't the tight end. He was a well, how do they call these guys again?
Safety?
No, he was the guy who would snap the ball. Snapper.
Snapper, yeah.
Oh my god. He was the guy who snapped the ball. Oh yeah, he's a snapper. Yeah, he used to snap the ball. So he's a snapper for special teams. So he
For
played
special teams.
Special teams,
Okay.
yes. So he played one season and then transitioned into a business career. And he's now an executive vice president of a senior life insurance company. So he's getting the cake.
Yeah.
With a house in Bahamas and one in wherever they're living now, 2.5. So I guess they would fly back and forth. Until he found out, of course, in April that she was on a tip that wasn't his. A Bahamian tip.
Say it ain't so.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
So she was with the man, let's say her husband, in a relationship. Her husband is CEO. Did you say CEO of a company? Did I get that correct?
Life insurance company.
Yeah.
Making
So, millions of dollars, and she was profiting from that on the one hand, but still had something on the other hand, and another dude on the other hand. So
He had someone who was pushing. Anyway.
so the question is, when they asked her, are you going to stay with the rich man, or are you going to leave him for the guy that is giving you comfort at night? What was her answer? Combination.
Oh my. Yo. I didn't see this one coming. I didn't see this one come. Did you see his video with Side Talk?
Who's side talk? I don't think so. Side
Okay,
talk.
I'll send you the video. I'll send you the video after. He showed up. He said Skeleman. Grrr. He said something like that. I don't know. He's in his Jamaican stuff right these days, man. He's in his Jamaican character, whatever it is. But yeah, it's crazy though. It's crazy. She chose combination. She wanted the combination. She wanted the best of both worlds. A rich man and a bartender who was blowing her back out. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. So he filed for divorce. He wanted to send her back to the streets, to the Bahamian streets. And she thought, no way.
You think you can do this to me?
You think you can do this to me? And guess what? Guess what she did, RJ?
What?
She turned around.
Found Jesus?
Is Jesus is a gunman? Yes,
Yo, Jesus. No.
Jesus. Well, it wasn't Jesus because Georgia woman, her lover arrested in Bahamas for alleged plot to delete her ex-football player husband. Here's a video of them walking to the court or after they got arrested. So you can see, you see two guys because her lover and the gunman got arrested.
So the
And
lover wasn't the one who would carry it out, let's say.
the lover wasn't the gunman.
The-
He hired a gunman. He hired a gunman, yes. He hired a shooter. A real boss, RJ. One thing you will learn by watching mafia movies is that the real bosses don't do the work themselves.
Yeah.
They have suckers who will do the work for them.
Yeah.
And after that, not only will they do the work, when the boss gets caught up, he will snatch out the work and get everyone wrapped up. Anyway, let's take a look at what he's laughing. As you can see, the gunman and the lover. He's giving us the finger. And there she is.
Is that her? That innocent looking?
They always say the devil come in disguise. Look, sometimes you're sleeping with your biggest hater.
But sometimes the devil comes in these girls too. The point is this. Such a beautiful picture as you showed, KaiR. The picture,
Happy
family
family.
pics, family pictures are perfect. Couple goals, family goals.
Family goals. Hey, but before you continue, if you look, guys, you can find there. She has an open Instagram. Not gonna show you where you can find it. Just Google it. It's a almost perfect. It's the perfect family. That's why I titled this show, "Nothing is what it seems." Instagram is fake. If you look at her reels, her everything, the whole picture collage, it seems like life is good. You know what I
Maybe,
mean?
but now we know that she was building an alimony. An alimony.
She was building a case.
Not a case, building an alibi.
Alibi. Oh,
Or at least not an alibi necessarily, but try to erase any motive, anything that they would use as a motive. So why would someone that's so happily married do this? You know?
yeah. I mean, you can say that as a lawyer. You have seen cases like this, maybe. I'm not sure. But hey man, it's crazy. It's crazy. But you want to say something else?
Oh, that's what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to say up to this point. So when I said no, so what I said was that the woman looks so innocent. You see her walking, she's laughing, but that goes to show you never know who someone is. That was my point actually. You never know who someone is. This what goes into someone's mind just by the looks?
I haven't told all of the story yet.
Okay.
So after filing for divorce, the guy didn't leave the house. They were together all this time
But
in
one
the same house.
but let's say
They,
the video you showed of them walking, that
yes,
was afterwards.
after the
Okay.
arrest.
Okay, so you're still
I'm going
okay.
back a bit.
Okay, you're going back. Oh, your
A
time.
bit back.
Okay. Okay, okay.
We're gonna go a bit back
Okay.
into the timeline. He flew with the hope. So I'm talking about Robert, the alleged, the guy who was going to get got. Guys, if you don't know, getting got is being deleted. He flew with the whole family to Bahamas. So she was in Bahamas with him and the kids. See, she sent a text to the lover saying, now I have to find the text. Where is that? Aha! Here it is. Not a text exactly. They haven't shared the text, but allegedly, Lindsay sent photos of her ex-husband, Robert, to Bahamas hitman, along with these messages reading, delete him, as he and the lover, Terrence, are pictured.
Wow.
So basically, they were in Bahamas. They were supposed to, here's the story, they were supposed to have the divorce hearing on the 20th. She was arrested on the 16th. The text was sent a couple of days earlier. And how did they find out? She sent a text. This is like a soap, guys. It's crazy. You have to think about this. The coincidence might have saved this guy's life. Apparently, there was a burglary at the bar where the guy works. He was one of the suspects, allegedly, or someone was alleged. That's not clear. It's not totally clear.
Who worked there? Which guy?
They haven't totally disclosed that. So
But you said
it's
but you said there was a burglary at the place where the guy worked.
well at the bar.
At the
It
bar.
wasn't a bar. So I would think if it's at the bar and their boyfriend is a bartender, I guess it's the one.
Okay, yeah. So okay, so there was a burglary where the lover worked.
lover work. Yes, they never said explicitly it's the lover,
But you can derive it from the context.
from the context. And they were looking into the guy's WhatsApp messages, and they found this. And the Bahamian police, we got him. But they got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Yes. Just imagine the coincidence. If he wasn't a suspect, they wouldn't have found the text messages, and this guy would have been. We probably would have never heard about this story, or maybe we would have, because then it would be American CEO deleted in Bahamas, and then we find out months later that she was involved with this, whilst the guy is doing a dirt nap. RJ, what do you think about this whole situation?
Well, as they
Not
say,
done yet. By the way, it's not done yet.
it's not done yet. Oh, up to this point.
Up to this
Um,
point.
well, as they say, God works in mysterious ways. So I think that it's a very big coincidence that that happened. It's a coincidence that they took the phone because maybe he was maybe so think maybe he was because there's a chance. I don't think that's mentioned in the article you shared. I don't think they say that he was guilty of doing burglary or burglary. Whoa, bur,
Mr. Beats Burgers.
burglary,
Burglary.
burglary. Tongue twister, but it's pure coincidence that the cops got the phone. That the
Yes.
cops actually maybe because KaiR, they could have gotten the phone but not look in the phone. They could have looked in the phone but not seen the text. So the coincidence, the level of coincidence of luck is out of this world.
Yes, yes. Out of this world.
But you're saying you are not done yet.
I'm not done yet. By the way, let's take a look at the suspects. Because you would think Bahamian. Who is the Bahamian man who would think about deleting the husband of her lover? This is the lover. Light skinned dude, emotional, probably listens to Drake. I'm just, I'm just kidding. These are all pictures that they shared on from Daily Mail from his Facebook. So I think that's probably when he was younger. This seems like what he is now these days. This is the latest one. So, and they also have video pictures of the shooter or the hitman. This is supposed the hitman.
What does he do?
He produces music.
He's a producer, a music producer.
Alleged music producer, a burglar and a shooter. So, and it's probably in his Instagram caption. It says, "Music, hit maker, and hit take."
It's probably just a link tree link that you get with
Hire hitman.
financial advisor.
Yeah, so those are the two guys. So those are the two guys who were also arrested in this case. But of course, when you're arrested, you have to post bail. Her bail was set on 100,000. Their
see.
bail at 20.
Well, that means that the guys probably can get out, but she can't get out because she ain't got the money. She got out.
God works in mysterious ways, they say.
Or the lover
God
paid for
works
the.
in mysterious way. Men usually are very. Sometimes men can forgive or give you the aren't toxic.
Yeah.
Aren't toxic. And this vice president isn't toxic because he posted her bill. Can you imagine?
The lover.
The lover.
The husband.
The husband posted her bill, my man. Can you believe this? Can you believe this?
Did he know when he was posting bill what the woman was in for? I would think so.
Look at this headline. Former Auburn Hunter player Robert Shiver helps Bill's wife, who allegedly hired Bahamas hitman to delete him. The man posted her bill.
The
She's not allowed to she has to stay in Bahamas now.
yeah, there's a restriction, of course. Yeah.
Is this a RJ? I want your not a legal advice, but your analysis. Is this a move to show the court back home that he's a loving husband and he's willing to post her bill, knowing damn well she'll be gone in jail, and there's no way she can get.
First, let me ask this:
Okay.
did the court date already pass?
Oh, by the way, yeah, the court date has been postponed to October. It's been moved to October because I mean it's hard to.
Yeah. Well, this is what I think. I don't think it would matter actually if he. I mean, I don't see any way that him posting the bill has an added value necessarily.
Mm.
The fact that she got in jail and the accusations against her are valid reasons, and he will probably be able to get more than what he would have gotten had the case had nothing of this sort happened, and the case just went on. So I think that the fact that he posted bill
Has
isn't
nothing to do.
no.
It's more like the mother
Yeah.
of a child.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
what I think. Maybe showing compassion and things of that nature. But a woman like that, if a woman can, any person for that matter, if your partner can laugh in your face, take pictures with you, the pictures were probably her initiative in the first place, and then conspire to delete you. A court case. Witness protection, bro. I guess you're just not I mean, change your name. I think
is
that woman can lose custody of the kids, and maybe, I mean, depending on
Restraining
how.
order? Should he take a restraining order?
He probably he should take a restraining order, but the problem is he should ask for or request a restraining order. But the problem with that is, or the challenge is, that they have a kid. So
Stay away from the kids as well.
that's what I want to say. So but the restraining order isn't a problem. You can always use middle people, I guess. But the kids, the woman can lose the kids, and that's a tough position to be in, because at the end of the day, when you're dealing with kids, I mean, grown-ups do a lot of weird things, make bad choices or whatever. But it's the kids, when you have kids involved, it's the kids that need to suffer the consequences, or at least they suffer it on a more impactful level. And so for a custody battle, what happens is that sometimes the parents look at the parent looks at the other parent as the enemy and tries to win. But winning in family cases is also taking into account what the needs are of the kids and what is in the best interest of the kids. And a judge might say, yeah, but sir, the wife has something against you, but she never did anything wrong with the kid. So she might, so I mean, at the end of the day, I am not because the case would need to be fought in the US, right? They are married in the US.
The case was fought in the US. Yes. You mean that the divorce?
Yeah, the divorce case.
The divorce is in US. And
yeah. So and the criminal case will be in the Bahamas. But so the divorce case, I'm not a U.S. lawyer, not a family lawyer, so I cannot say anything about that. What the judges will look at. So I can just say what the judges will look at, but I don't know how a judge will value it. But the wife has done something that is she can lose the kids. Yeah, she can lose the kids.
She
That's what
blew
I
it actually
she blew it
because technically,
because she
usually,
wanted to blue him. She wanted to. Oh, thank God I spelled that wrong. Thank God I said because she didn't want to blow him. That was the problem in the first place.
who did you want to blow? The head or which head?
Well, blow him up. Let me put it like that.
Which head did you want to blow?
Yeah, yeah. So
Anyway.
it's blow him up. So it is. So yeah, those are my thought. Are we done? Because this has been a roller coaster story, man. This
Yeah, this is the end. This is the end. So basically, right now we are at the place. They are investigating the this whole thing, and it's still ongoing. It's just been developing a new story actually, and we'll see how it goes. At the end of the day, I think that she actually blew it because usually the mom gets at minimum 50% custody unless she has shown like she's not capable of being a mom, right? Usually
well,
it's uh, technically a lot of times it's the opposite. It's the man who doesn't get custody or gets less than 50%.
so
And
in fact, yeah, usually it's the woman that has more power in custody battles for sure. So what I say is a woman will get the kids unless she is a bad
mom.
unless she does something really bad, or she's a really bad mom, or she really puts the kids' lives in danger. And in this case, not necessarily danger directly, because maybe she did act in a loving way towards the kids. However, you need to take into account as well the fact that if she is to be sentenced and be sent in prison,
Well,
then it's the man that needs to take care of the kids. So a judge might take that into account, and might be that when the woman gets out, she would need to ask for certain rights back, or certain
I'm talking about before this plan to delete the guy. When he filed for divorce, if she didn't do nothing,
yeah.
chances are she would have gotten the kids at least 50% of the time, probably some alimony, who knows?
Yeah.
And also
Yeah.
they would probably have to sell off the house and
Yep.
and
Yeah, the problem is that a
depending
lot of
on what the prenup said, of course.
yeah, but that's rash. That's you speaking rationally. But these matters, the emotion plays a big role. So
Mm.
we've seen it in the Tiger Woods story. We've seen it in the what other stories, similar stories that we covered, the Jonah Hill story. Um,
We have a whole playlist about
we
that.
have a
Guys, watch
playlist.
the playlist. It's called Protect Yourself in Relationships.
We should call it For the Love of Money. No,
I have a playlist called For the Love of Money, but it's
yeah.
totally something different. It's private, but
Oh, okay.
we can
Yes.
change it. We can make
We'll
it.
see. We'll see. But the thing is, KR, that oftentimes emotions play a role, and as KR, as Chris Rock said in one of his specials, I've said it once before. It's a dope line, but there's so much truism in it, and that is that women cannot go back in lifestyle, and men cannot go back sexually. So a woman she's also thinking about the lifestyle. The woman doesn't want to go back in lifestyle. And so lifestyle isn't only the kids, but maybe the house, maybe the cars, maybe the cars are let's say lease cars from his company. Who knows? So by deleting him, she probably thought that she would get more. It's not just the kids, because she knows the lover won't look out for the kids.
Well, I think they always say like the next guy after you is always worse off than what you give her. Well, it seems like in this case it definitely applies. A bartender. By the way, he's 28. She's 36. So he's even younger than her. Only a young fool would attempt to.
Seems like this also might
Was
be
he manipulated?
was that the lover boy method?
In reverse.
Was she a member of the war room?
Was she manipulating him to
Yeah.
do this hit? So then he gets caught up and she cruises off to America and lives a happy life in a gigantic home and finds a new lover. Time will tell. The
Time
story will
will tell.
unfold.
Yeah.
Sometimes you never know, man. Sometimes you're sleeping with the devil. Or you're sleeping next to the devil and getting no ass. Sometimes that's also the case.
Oh, I just got a cramp. Oh.
Hey, that is true, right? Sometimes you're sleeping with the devil. Sometimes you're sleeping next to the devil and getting no ass.
We've been
And
laughing
the devil
way
wants to
too
delete
long.
you.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Probably he hasn't been getting no ass the last 6 months. So he's sleeping next to her. And then the devil is like, oh, I'm going to delete this chump.
Well, I've heard a podcast. If you watch it, you've watched it. I'm gonna tell you offline who was on the podcast. But the woman that was on the podcast said that in the past she has cheated, and the interviewer asked her, but how is it that women can hide it better? Because she said, yeah,
Mm.
she said like a woman knows when a man, because women apparently they study routines and they study habits, and when habits and routines change, then something's up. So the guy asked her, yeah, but what is it? Why is it that in your case the man never found out? What is it that you women do? And she said, yeah, I don't know how other women do it, but in my case, when I'm cheating, I sleep with my boyfriend or husband way more than when I'm not, in order to erase any possible suspicion. So perhaps the husband, in this case, was getting more. Why would he suspect anything?
Guys, if you're suddenly getting more ass,
It's a trap.
It's all
my-
part of the plan.
watch out, watch out. Hey, that's crazy though. That is true. But that's also a pattern change. So it's always a pattern change.
But
Sometimes
guys,
people-
we're not into that. Guys, I mean, our egos, man. It's us, man. We think, oh, we're doing something good. Oh, thanks for doing
breaking them back
thanks
out.
for do
Thanks for what? I'm breaking her back up. She came back.
yeah,
I'm putting in
thanks.
the work.
Thanks for doing the dishes. Thanks for, you're such a good husband. And you might think, yeah, she's giving me more attention because I'm being more attentive. You know what? I'll be more attentive. You know, I'm not going to the Christmas party next week. I'm staying at home, spend some quality time. And he's getting, of course, the the what's the Pavlov method, right?
The Pavlov method. Yeah.
The reward. He's
Reward, yeah.
he's getting the reward for being quote unquote the good husband, and while it's all part of the plan. So, hey, but sometimes KR, it doesn't say anything about you. It's just the person, because you can do KR, you can do everything well, you can do everything good, but sometimes people do what they do. What's important is in those type of situations is to remember that, I mean, it's always good to reflect, see what could have gone differently, but you don't control the other person. The person is a person in itself. So and you can expect that a person will not do anything bad if you do everything good. The world doesn't work like that. So sometimes people do, or not sometimes, people do what they do. And it's important to just, yeah, deal with it.
Protect
It is what it
yourself at
is.
all times.
If you need to cry, cry.
Don't cry in
Maybe
front of her, guys. Don't cry in front of
don't.
her because then you ain't getting no ass after. That's definitely true. Don't cry in front of her. She's gonna say, I had attraction to him, but until he cried in front of me, I felt like a mama. And after that, I couldn't sleep anymore with him. And then it's up to the next part of the plan, deletion.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's but yeah, it is what it is. And from a legal point of view, you see that the law is not a set of moral rules. They are just legal rules. And the purpose of law is to maintain order. There are a lot of purposes. So one of the purposes is to maintain order in a society. Another purpose is to create uh, a framework in which people can operate in. So because of rules, we have, let's say, certain rules. It's just like a football game. Because of the rules, you know what you can do and what you cannot do, and that brings some kind of order. But it also gives a person. Let's use the analogy of a football player. The rules give the football player certainty of what he can expect if something were to happen. So if he were to run and the opposing party, were to grab his mask, then he would expect a penalty. And that's just another goal of the law. But people are weird. We are, as a human being, every single one of us, we all have our quirks. We're weird, and a law can say something, and we might know the law, but we might choose to do something differently anyways and take the risks. And if it doesn't pan out, the law oftentimes will step in. It's not always effective. It's not always ideal. The results aren't always ideal. It's not always what you want, but it is there. And it's always important to be mindful, stay calm and collected, and don't do stupid things.
And make sure you have a prenup in case she wants to delete you and want to.
Well, in that case, it's a will. Yeah, it's a will, because a prenup is for.
Yeah. But I'm talking about the prenup in case she wants to. She cheats on you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. A will. Yeah, I know the difference between a will and a prenup.
I thought you were going there.
I'm not going there right now. Have a prenup. Have a prenup because you never know. She's getting some. I mean, they always say some D make women crazy. Well,
The question is,
maybe
was
enough
it
to delete you sometimes.
apparently.
It is what it is, guys. Make sure you protect yourself. As we always said at Double Touch Show, protect yourself at all times. And RJ, do you have any closing words relating to this case?
Yeah, in this case, we talked about a couple of legal matters. Okay, you're gonna have to help me with this one. We started with Andrew Tate. We talked just briefly.
Rant.
What did you say?
I said our Andrew Tate rant.
Yes, our Andrew Tate rant, talked about it, talked about how people reacted to the video as well. Go check out the previous show. And for more information, if you haven't done so already, we've also discussed in this show,
Mr.
Jonathan,
Beast.
yeah,
And
Mr. Beast first, yeah, Mr. Beast and his dispute with the burger, Mr. Beast Burger, and whether or not he's really disappointed in the burger franchise, or whether something better has appeared and he's just, what's it called, KR? Is it branch swinging? So and thirdly we talked about just a quick status update in the Jonathan Majors storyline. Still need to see what will happen, but the court date has been postponed, and we would need to stay tuned to see what happens in that case. And finally, for the main part of the show, a quagmire, as Kara likes to call it, a cesspool, as the Washington Commanders likes to call it. It is
guys, if you don't know, go check the yo. That's definitely a cesspool. People were incest, literally. Check the live show. We have a live show about that. Don't know the number out from the top of my head, but that
Yeah.
was a good show. That
Yeah,
was
go-
a good show, by the way.
yeah, go check it out. And yeah, the crazy story life about a perfect couple who seemingly wasn't that perfect. Seems like a Netflix storyline. Only thing that was missing
Oh.
was
Hey, maybe we should buy the rights to this story.
only thing that was missing for it to be a real Netflix story. The only thing that was missing, but I guess Netflix can always include it, is a Bud Light influencer. So, with that being said, guys,
Wait a
what-
second. Wait a second. I'm not gonna let it. This story, and I have already the actors ready. RJ, I have the actors ready. Where's the contract? Jason Love.
is-
What's her name again? I forget it. I forgot her name.
who? A tall, short.
The short girl who's married recently and got Jason loved. Lena the Plug. And Lena the Plug as the woman. And starring as main actor. Headliner. Adam 22.
Okay, I guess.
Hey, this is a great movie. I think it would be
It's
perfect.
a great movie. It's a cheap movie as well.
Yeah.
Word on the street is you need to pay the cast $5,000 each. Guys,
Time to go.
with that being said, thanks to everyone that's watched this show. Whatever your thoughts are, please let us know in the comment section below. Remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. We want to reach 20 new subs this week. So please, for everyone especially for those that are rewatching the videos but are not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to us. Remember to share the video with your friends, your family, and of course your enemies, as KaiR always says at the end of the show.
Mhm.
But I can only show you the door.
And if behind that door you find yourself in a deletion plot and you're the supposed victim and they catch the one who plotted on you, make sure you're not the sucker who's paying for the bill.
Hey, love makes you do crazy things. Lust too. Guys, it's been a pleasure to serve you once more. We'll see each other in the next one.
That's for the husband and the lover.
That's
Guys,
for both. Till next time. Peace.